Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Aaron Boma here, BOUMAWOODWORKS. I wanted to show you my next addition, another one of my newer additions to my inventory. I do sell these, by the way, so I'm just on BOUMAWOODWORKS on Facebook, um, and it's a business page right on Facebook. This is the T-Lav, or modified M113A3 armored personnel carrier of the Canadian Armed Forces. Uh, the T-Lav is recognized and is used as is designated as a combat support vehicle. So the combat support vehicle, so for artillery or for armored, it's meant for to provide combat support, radio in, meant to radio in positions. Is meant to um, put in use as different roles in the combat support initiative. It's usually diesel fit. A lot of these are put into armored units and are used as in that role. So here we have the 1 meter turret with I believe it is 66 millimeter grenade launchers. So this here is just one part of the T-Lav. The difference in the T-Lav and the M113, a lot of things, is the turret, but it also can have, maybe in Afghanistan, a lot of the guys would use these, as almost in a sense moving pillboxes for support outside of bases, like in rear echelon areas, and is what they're used a lot as combat support, positions that have been taken, held down positions, fortified positions, and they can have they have a number of C6 or M2 Browning machine guns on them, and this one here, as you can see, has the wire cutters, the wire lines cutters up front, so when they pass through telephone lines or in the streets, it will, what it's meant to do is cut them so that they don't so that the gunners up top aren't getting they don't get electrocuted, or they don't get pulled down by these things, which can be very deadly. This here has extra racks on the side. It has its fair share of different changes and upgrades from what the M113 had as a infantry fighting vehicle. Although the frame is exactly the same. It's not very good. Definitely for traveling over possibly a area that's mined. If there's an area that's mined or has IEDs, roadside bombs, it's a flat bottom, and it is lightly armored underneath, so it's easily destroyed. It's certainly not meant to be used to fight tanks and other armored fighting vehicles. It's a lightly skinned vehicle overall. It's meant to transport troops to and from the battlefield. You can see back here, that's where the ramp is, and the lights, and your main entry point for troops to enter the vehicle. And as you can see, at the tracked vehicle, the tracks, this is an amphibious vehicle, so the tracks are meant so that if you're square on, you can enter a river, and then as long as you're square on, you can come right out with both tracks touch at the same time. Roughly, you're able to come right out of it onto land again. And these have been developed since the 60s by the Americans. This is an American-designed vehicle, of course. And so the M113 was used heavily in Vietnam and ever since. It's even used still today we're using Iraq and Afghanistan. Certainly by Canadian forces. Okay, all right. So this is another model that's built from scratch. Just using my mind. Proudly autistic, and owner operator BOUMAWOODWORKS. Thank you very much.